Right. Welcome to our today's class. I warmly welcome to my Facebook audience and to my colleagues who are on my Zoom platform as well. Today we are in a second episode of new series we started uh, last week, actually 2 weeks ago, the ABC of the Success in 10 Steps, based on the description of this man, the Dr. David Hawkins, who was a greatest psychiatrist in America and also the influencer in all across the world. His book, The Map of Consciousness Explained, that we will be reading a couple of paragraphs today. And today's our third episode, which will cover the second step, and that is enjoyment. What is the significance of enjoyment in success? And that we will read it. It sounds like a little awkward or little very different topic for today, but this is a step number two uh, for uh, for knowing and applying the success principle in our daily life, in a personal capacity, in a professional, or if we are student, or uh, uh, if we are principal, if we are broker, if we are business woman, or in any capacity, what is the significance of enjoyment? And I would say the enjoyment is a litmus test uh, to tell you that whether right you are on a path of success or you are on a path of failure. So if you want to differentiate and you want to identify where your state of life at the moment, so the enjoyment probably accurately is your litmus test. And how I'm saying that we will learn to know today in next 30 minutes. I'm your host and I'm your facilitator. My name is Maratib. And we do these classes every Sunday for almost 60 minutes. Uh, and I believe these 60 minutes will make a significant improvement of the quality of life which we are living and which we want to live as well. So let's start our today's topic of the enjoyment in continuity of ABC of success in 10 step. And this is the step number two. And last week, the step number one, we did learn, and it was very emotional topic as well. Uh, if somebody missed it, and that topic was the power of intention. Um, and that is a step number one for making and living the life with a truly success. Uh, which so that was the step. So step number two, we are going to be here. The title of or the thumbnail when I was created, if you see that the title, what the meaning you are getting from it. So probably that's an older couple, the old man who is carrying his wife or girlfriend, and both are very happy uh, in the beach, and that is enjoying they are doing. So that is the best enjoyment movement which I could capture, and that made I made the title of today's topic. So, but let's go to our text, which we are going to learn from the book written by David Hawkins, the psychiatrist and wonderful spiritual leader as well. The step number two is we mostly, majority of professional, we don't like our job. We hate our job. We are doing our jobs, we doing our business because of liability, because of that was the only thing which I could found, and because I was not getting the job which I was going to be do, which I was passionate about. So therefore, I'm doing this. I give you an example. The 99% people who are in sales, they are selling something as a proper salesperson. Sorry, not 99, probably 90%. They came in sales profession accidentally when they did not find their niche, when they did not find their own passion, or they were confused, or they could not identify their natural strengths. So they decided, oh, let's do selling until, because I need to live by, I need to, it's my bread and butter, you know that. So, or let's go to teach something which I learned already until I find my natural talent based job or business or something exciting thing. But when you do anything which you don't uh, want to do, or you don't made for that job or business, so what happens, sooner or later you become bored, angry, frustrated, and that start to show reflection at the workplace as well. Your colleagues, your boss, um, your spouse in home, your children, everybody will start to know that you are not a happy person, and because you are not enjoying your life, and you only can enjoy when you living by your own values, by living with your own skills, own talent which you carry, uh, or you have developed. So that's the main biggest challenge. And that is the litmus test of anybody who wants to know whether I am a truly path of success right now, or on a path of failure, or at least Stephen Covey call it mediocrity, on a path of mediocrity, on a level of mediocrity I am. It is also a path of failure. Because living a mediocre level is not desirable. You living and dragging by society. You living and dragging by your people who are enforcing the success definition upon you, and you are following them by force, because you either lost, or you are confused, or you never try to discover yourself, your own strength. So that is the biggest challenge, and therefore there will not be any enjoyment, truly enjoyment, when you are doing a job, when you are doing a business, when you are living in a home, and I mean, you always criticizing, contending your partner, uh, blaming, um, what we call comparing, these are all signs of frustration. So because there is no enjoyment element is there, and that is the biggest challenge of today. 90% professional people, they are doing something else apart from what they should do. Um, so, but today's episode will help you to learn what we can uh, implement in my life to make me enjoyable. And if I'm on a wrong profession, or I'm in a wrong relationship, uh, or there is something problem within myself, then I need to fix it, and let's be on a path of enjoyment, which is a second step of a path of being a successful person. So, um, if I say myself, right now I am facilitating you, I'm sort of mentoring you, I'm teaching you, and I'm really enjoying my this time right now. Um, Apart from this, I'm a dad, I'm a hubby, I'm a I belongs to other communities as well. Uh, I really enjoy every role what I am doing. So at the moment, I feel really truly enjoy, uh, and that is the litmus test for me. What about you? So you can put the comment below if you are really living a life with enjoyment, or if you give the marks uh, 10 out of 2 or 3 or 5. So out of 10, how many numbers you want to give yourself? 8, 9, or 10, or 5? So I will give you myself 8 over 10 or 9 over 10. So you can comment below what sort of enjoyment percentage you will give you your life out of 10. So that is a question to you. If you are watching a recording, you can put in a comment below. So let's go, and we will start to read our. We have around 4 paragraphs today, um, and we will learn really. At the end, I would ask Jenny or Mary or people who are watching me on Facebook about your own any one of the experience of the enjoyment related to your career or the personal life, uh, for learning purposes, for sharing purposes, for having more clarity purposes. So that we will uh, uh, I want to listen from you as well. So, but let's do our reading. Yeah. And I would ask my colleague Jenny if she can start reading. And after that, Mary can read the next paragraphs as well. So, Jenny, please, if you can start reading.
Okay, step 2, enjoyment. Reflect. Is it something you enjoy doing? Once you are sure your intention has universal appeal, ask yourself whether the endeavor is something you enjoy doing. We watch people force themselves to go to work each morning because they have convinced themselves they must do a certain job, but their heart is not in it. The way to be a success is to do what you like to do, to enjoy what you do, and thereby naturally do it to the best of your ability and experience the joy that comes from giving your best.
Excellent. That's amazing and very fluent reading you done. Thank you very much. Uh, yeah, that's a very crystal clear, and I don't want to say what the David is saying in his book, but let's come to a live example, uh, which David Hawking he has written of a rich man, probably a millionaire person who have a $1 million in the bank or £1 million in the bank. He has a big company, he has a wonderful family, he has a lot of luxury cars, and he is living a luxury life. But he is not happy. He's not enjoying anything. And the people are complaining, oh, dad, you look always frustrated. Oh, honey, you look always depressed. What's going on? We have everything, but why you are not happy? So that story is a true story. We will learn from it, and then we will further read how he discovered the movement or the direction of enjoyment in his life. So that is a story for all of us. So let's do. I would ask Mary if you can start reading this and next paragraph.
Here is an example from one patient who came to the clinic because he had everything in life but was miserable. The patient complained, I've lost interest in my life. I hate going to work in the morning. I have everything I could ever want: Cadillacs, fancy houses, impressive titles, millions of dollars, great family, but I'm depressed. I don't see the point of it all. I don't get any sympathy from my friends. They all envy me.
Excellent. It's a great reading. I must appreciate Mary. Yeah. So he has everything. Yeah, but not happy. Um, so continue, Mary, if you can do this. What happened? Why? So let's start to read it. So Mary, if you can read, continue it. I think my microphone is is not open. You can open your mic.
Sorry, is
Yeah.
it working now?
Yeah, now I can hear
Yeah,
you.
it's
Yeah.
okay. The screen froze. Sorry. So,
Okay.
what do you like to do? Do you have a hobby you enjoy? He said, Doc, this will sound crazy to you, but I love to make doll houses. I have a workshop at the house and love making doll houses for my children, nieces, and nephews. Do you ever sell any of the doll houses? He replied, Oh, I never thought of that. I put so much time and effort in them that I could never make money selling them. I made a simple suggestion. Well, for fun, why don't you take the one you're working on now, figure out a price that would be profitable, put a price tag on it, and put it on consignment in any store that will allow it, but not in a toy store where it will get lost and not seen amongst the overwhelm of the other merchandise.
Excellent. Thank you very much. A great reading again. So, if you see that millionaire or rich man, uh, he basically loves to make and construct the dollhouse on as a hobby. But the psychiatrist, who is the writer of that book, he's actually narrating the story of his patient who probably have a psychological problem. Or obviously, maybe that old man may be depressed and he may have gone to the Dr. David Hawkins, who's the author of this book, about recovery from the depression. And then during the interview or conversation in the clinic, he discovered that actually person loves to make doll houses. So they, and then Dr. David suggested him that why not you um, turn the doll houses into your business, turn your hobby into your business. And that's how it's all narrating. It's a wonderful story. It's continue. So let's go further. What happened? So I would ask Jenny if you can read it, please.
And that is what he did. Surprisingly, he knew someone in the hardware business who was happy to put a dollhouse in his store window, and in fact used to sell treads. There was a little staircase in the dollhouse. The dollhouse sold in short order. The next dollhouse was put in as a display only, and orders were taken. Soon enough, the patient who had been miserable was happily in the dollhouse business, selling them as fast as he could make them and hiring out some of the work.
Excellent. It's a great reading again. So that's it's a success story. It's not success story about becoming a millionaire or more rich. It is a success story about how you can recover from your frustration and depression by engaging your hobby or by engaging your things which you love to do, turn into business, and then you are out of your depression. And that's a fantastic um, motivation for everyone who are not happy. And somebody who is watching this video uh, must learn this key idea that don't underestimate your any hobby, your anything which you do privately, um, and you can turn into hobby, into the business, and you will be very, very happy. Yes, there is a one thing that I must say to you, and that is a crunchy point of today. And what is that crunchy point? The central or crunchy point for today is if I'm good in anything, personal level, on a private level, so it does mean that shall I turn into a business? Everything I can turn into business? What I like, or is it not my personal only choice? How every one in the world can like my personal hobby, which when I turn into my business? Uh, it's a difficult question. So the answer is, let me clear again what my question is. My question is based on what we just learned. My any hobby or my any personal capacity based, which I love to do, can turn into the business, can be get attraction of other people who and they can buy it? That is my question. The answer is no. You cannot make any hobby into business until that hobby serves the people. That hobby turns and fulfilling the fulfillment of the other people's need. Then you can turn that hobby. You cannot turn any hobby into business. The in this example, the patient who came to Dr. David, who loves to make dollhouse in a private level, and how he could able to make a success turn into a successful business because the dollhouse helps the children a smile on their face. It serves the children. It serves the need to make the children happy. And all children, boys and girls, they love to have a dollhouse in their when they go uh, after 3, 4, 5 years of their age or in their life, and that make them smile. That give them a meaning of a certain dimension of their life. So it serves their purpose. It is a service. This product is serving the people. That's why the dollhouse was a successful business for that patient. If your hobby is making a smile to someone, or uh, your idea which you have in your mind can serve uh, and fulfill the needs of the people with a good intention, then you can turn into business. And intention, we learn about the step number one, the power of intention. If you miss that, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can find this recording there as well. That the intention is so important when you start anything, and and that is the thing. So because he love that patient loves the smile on the face of children, that's why he was very successful. So, and that we are going to learn as well. It's the last paragraph uh, for the today. So the children, whether they belongs to any culture or race, they love dollhouse, and that was because of the shared smile across the globe. Even if that company who is making a dollhouse is an international company, imagine and look at millions and billions of children will be happy and sharing smile, and they can buy this dollhouse. So it's a multi-billionaire business he could turn. Uh, so that's so let's see what is the conclusion of David is from this example. So I would ask Mary if you can read this last paragraph.
They were absolutely adorable, handcrafted dollhouses and brought joy to the hearts of children. That was the ABC he was coming from when he said, I want to bring joy to the hearts of children. That is a universal principle that hardly anybody can argue with. One of the tests of the universal principle is whether it appeals to the heart. If your product or service appeals only to the head, it will have a limited success. It may be quite profitable, but the great successes in the world are those things that you yourself love doing and believe in, and which change people's lives.
Absolutely. It's a great reading. Thank you. Yeah. So we want to bring joy to the hearts of children. That's why I have a successful business idea which came from my hobby. That is the ending point of this story. So let's come back to our original theme, which is enjoyment. And I would ask you that what are you enjoying your life currently? you need to rate your life on this litmus test. Maybe you can, if you are serving three, four, five roles. So every role you can give your marks out of 10. So for example, I'm am I enjoying my business? And I will give marks, let's say 7 out of 10. Am I enjoying my relationship as a dad with my children? I will give the marks. Am I enjoying as a wife or as a principal in the school or as a sales consultant in my at my work or as a Christian in my community or as a American to serve within my community, etc. So whatever the important role you have, so you can take that approximately, accurately, give the marks, take the average, and you will get uh, overall the quality of your happiness in your life, and it will give you the enjoyment uh, dimension of your life. So now my question from you, can you share some of the insight of your home or in the business, or maybe you can share someone other story of your friend or family, what we learned today. Uh, if you have something, you can unmute your mic and you can share, or the if you are on the Facebook, then you can type as well, or you can also talk on a Facebook video as well. Okay.
I don't mind sharing if nobody else wants to go first.
Yeah, Mary. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have for us to listen from you in this context?
So a lot of the things that you're talking about, it really sort of rings true. So I guess my story, I'm a child psychiatrist. So that's my job. That's my profession. And as much as I enjoy working with the children, I don't enjoy the politics that comes with it. And sometimes it can be really difficult as a job because you're not just treating the children, you're treating the parents as well. And I would say 80% of the children that I see have the issues that they have largely because there's issues with parenting. And it's difficult for a parent to accept that, maybe they might have got it slightly wrong. Maybe, it's because they're under pressure. And sometimes that frustration that they have can get projected onto the clinicians that are trying to help them. So I do take quite a lot of, I wouldn't say abuse, but kind of negativity from the people that I work with. And it's hard because, like, I'm an empath. I pick up on people's emotions immediately and try and empathize with it. And sometimes I think it leaves me a little bit vulnerable because of that. And you can get certain people that can seek it out and take advantage. So I guess coming back to the topic, I go to work, I do my job in order to help the children, but then I'm not entirely sure that I get the full job satisfaction that I was hoping to get when I initially went into it. But then the issue that I have is a lot of my core beliefs would frighten me to leave my job. So one of my core beliefs that was ingrained into me when I was a child was you need to go and get a good job and be able to provide for yourself. And I grew up with a parent where sort of like money and status was very important, and it was how you showed everybody that you were happy. But over time, I've learned that money and status doesn't equal happiness. But I know that the life that I've created now, I wouldn't be able to sustain it if I was to probably leave the job that I'm in and do something that I enjoyed. So it's very difficult.
Well done. Well done. Yeah, absolutely amazing. It's a great insight. We just learned from you. I believe if you could take feedback from your from parents of the children you are serving, or itself the children's feedback or their emotional actions or responses are enough for you to telling that whether you are enjoying, because I believe we cannot make fake things for longer time. If something which we are not really enjoying and it's I'm not serving from my heart, no matter I can fake my smile or and make my personality as a temporary or a fake happier employee or service provider for longer. Um, and other people which I'm serving, they also can feel uh, not truly happier connection with you if you are not truly happy at your work as well. And that's why the people who are on at their workplace, many people are not able to make connections professionally very seriously, very serious connection, truly connection, because of their dislikeness or their any fear factor which they are carrying when they are at the work. Whereas some people have a miraculous connection building, uh, connection building, uh, what I can say, that lifestyle at work, that everybody is a friend of that person, and because that person was actually made for that job, that person was actually um, came in this field based off his or her organic and natural talents. So I mean that um is a challenge, and it also like we can test for from our own experiences or from other experience. I would share my quick example. My daughter, she was in the school, I mean, when she was year one, and her teacher was exceptionally an extraordinary teacher. Uh, Her name is Miss O'Grady. Because as a parent, whenever we interact with her, we could not uh, remain without praising her. And she was actually a natural teacher because she can feel more than the parents to her students. And when I ask her how she's so dedicated with the kids in a primary school, not with my daughter, with all, then she gave the impression that she is made for that job. These children are not the student. These children are her own like a children. Uh, so that obviously she um, was enjoying her job as a primary school teacher. Um, I mean, tremendously with tremendous energy, I must say. Yeah, Jenny, you saying something?
Well, as you know, I quit my insurance job last week. I've been selling insurance, Marie, and not enjoying it. And I would say I've honestly not really enjoyed it for 3 years. But I kept saying, well, it's the status, like you said. I am actually a single person. It pays for a very large home that usually two people would need to buy, and I bought it myself. So that's the success people look at. And it pays a lot of money because no one wants to sell insurance and no one wants to buy it. So they have to pay us a lot. And I just thought, well, there's flexibility. And I would tell myself basically excuses of I'm off all the time. I can work, I can travel at the same time. There's a lot of freedom. And I would just resell myself all the benefits over and over of doing something that I really wasn't enjoying. And finally, what I do enjoy is leasing multifamily units, like apartment units. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, in the USA. And I loved it when I did that. And I left it to go to insurance because it paid the money. And the apartment leasing isn't, doesn't pay as much. But I really liked it. And I just took a job last Friday to go and sell apartments again in the city in Atlanta and do what I love doing. And I couldn't be more excited about that. It'll pay for all of my bills, so that's okay. Um, but it's not going to buy me the Mercedes or anything like that, like insurance will. But at the same time, I'm super excited about it. I feel like I made a change into something that I go to every day that I'll feel like productive and needed, and just all these things that I was missing with insurance. And you know what? I can go do insurance again. I could do it next year. Insurance is not going anywhere. I can always go
Yeah,
back to that. And I'm
yeah,
licensed, like you probably are in your field. So we
yeah,
can go back. But I think we can
yeah.
take a break and go do something fun and exciting too. So that's what I just did. And I'm very, very happy with that decision.
Excellent. Yeah. So that's um you are itself a success story for you, um, and that is really inspiring. Yeah. So that is, I must say, that you are on the path of enjoyment, and you take the decision whenever there is enjoyment element either missing, or either you want to switch to the enjoyment level as well. And that is a ABC of success. The step two, which we can identify, which is our series about, that after having a great attention, the step one, the step two, we need to check ourselves. We need to well versed in the context of enjoyment in the life before we think about to change to another job or start something else. That is more important for us, and that's why we will come to the step number three next Sunday, which is our next topic, is serviceability. The serviceability is a step number three after step one of having a power of intention with it, and the second, which we learned today, the enjoyment. The third step of ABC of success, that do we have a ability to serve the humanity? Do we have a passion to give the service to the people? So that is our next Sunday topic. So uh, I'm your host Maratib, and we will come next Sunday the same time on the same platform, Zoom and the Facebook page. There will be a link somewhere on the YouTube, my YouTube channel. You can subscribe it. For I'm trying to building a community of same like people on my YouTube as well. I have a Facebook page as well on a life coaching, so you can subscribe it as well. You can join this as well. I have a blog page which is with my name, Maratib Ali Shad, so you can also follow that blog as well. And you can invite your friend and family for this 45 to 60 minute every Sunday. And I believe that could be the positive change step anybody can take, because that is our online self-education lifelong study circle which I'm running, and we all make it more productive and successful as well. uh, that's it. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next Sunday. Thank you so much your participation. Thank you, Mary, and I hope we will see you next Sunday same time. Uh, Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks, Marie. Thanks for sharing your story. That's very special.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It is. It's tough to do that, to share with people. I think probably sharing a story that can help others is probably the greatest gift we have is each other, right? And that's why you stay in your work, is to help these children and these families. And there's like a gift that you have that you're struggling with, if I don't share this gift, what are they going to do, and stuff like that. So you have a lot to think about.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I hope to see you next week. Thank you, Maratib.
Right.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Bye.